Snow White right now. What has that experience been like so far?
Oh my gosh, so magical. Not like nothing I could have ever imagined. Working with Mark Webb is such a joy.
It's the most emotional experience that a person can go through, to know that what they're working on is something that has reached a generation.
She's so brand new in this movie. She's so multidimensional. She's multifaceted, and I think we really added the element of her being just the loveliest. We have the best crew ever. We've only been, working for a short time together now, but it's been a really magical experience.
How does it feel to join this elite group of Disney princesses? Can you believe it?
No, not at all. It's unbelievable. I mean, I look at that girl and I have no idea what I'm looking at.
It is a classic film that established the Disney name, and now I'm a part of that legacy to some degree. It's not something I take lightly.
Also, Woody Harrelson just asked me if I wanted to go in front of him on the red carpet, and I was like, no, that's okay, you go, Mr. Harrelson, I'm fine, thank you.
Stops giving Rachel Zegler just such a hard
Just
time.
young women, what the is she supposed to do? You lot made a bad decision and poured millions and millions of dollars into something that no one gave a about. Don't blame it on a 20-year-old girl. Like, it's just horrible. And also, it's just that it just relies. They know that just by throwing a few little things at her, the internet hates women, hates young women that do well. And so they just it's like throwing like
Grenade.
a little bit of like food into the sea of piranhas, and then it's just like, get her. And then that becomes the story. And it's really mean.
She had the voice, the hype, the Hollywood name, and the role every actress dreams of. Eva Perón in Evita. Rachel Zegler was supposed to own the stage. Instead, she got erased from it. No warning, no farewell, just silence. Rehearsals continued without her. Her name vanished from cast lists. Her dressing room cleared, and the cast? They didn't just let her go, they demanded it. This wasn't diva behavior, it was a full-blown rebellion. They said she clashed with choreographers, rewrote her scenes, stormed off mid-song, and made every rehearsal about her, not the show. The energy backstage turned toxic, and the crew started calling her Hurricane Zegler. And then, boom, one meltdown.
I don't know if you've seen, it's truly shut down with pictures of our faces on huge billboards like I've never seen.
Like, that girl still has a fan base, she still has dedicated supporters, and she probably will still be booked after this, because guess what? She's actually talented. Like, it doesn't matter if you think the movie is bad or the movie is too woke or whatever the fuck, it literally doesn't matter. She's still getting paid. But what are you doing? Crashing out in her comment section. You just look silly. She's not going to respond to you guys. She's not going to address the backlash because she doesn't care. It literally doesn't matter. Like, do you really expect her to ruin the rollout of her own movie? Like, why would she disparage the movie that she's literally in, that she literally is starring in? Like, just give it up. And there's grown-ass people in her comment section as well, not even the young people, like teenagers, grown-ass men, like people with families and shit. You need to find something better to do with your time. Please get a job, please get employed, go and collect your checks like she is.
One breaking point. The cast walked in and gave producers an ultimatum. It's her, or all of us. And just like that, the girl who wanted to be Eva was gone. What really happened? Was it ego? Was it sabotage? Or was Rachel Zegler set up to fail from the start? The truth is louder than any headline, and the curtain's just starting to rise. It started with applause. Rachel Zegler, young, bold, and already a household name from Hollywood blockbusters, was stepping into a role that could redefine her entire career. Eva Perón in Evita wasn't just another musical role. It was the role, rich with history, passion, and political fire. The casting was hailed as daring. Headlines praised the decision. Theater blogs buzzed. Fans, some skeptical, others devoted, circled opening night on their calendars. And for a moment, it felt like Rachel was about to ascend from screen starlet to stage icon. But behind the velvet curtain, a very different story was unfolding. Early whispers from rehearsals hinted at trouble. At first, it was framed as intensity. Zegler was committed, demanding, visionary, but commitment soon morphed into conflict. Vocal directors were allegedly clashing with her over tone and delivery. Choreographers struggled to align with her reimagined staging ideas. Crew members, some who had worked theater for decades, began privately referring to rehearsals as
It's what I do best. Just know that
I am the most grateful person alive, but I'm also keeping it real. I have a feeling that this video is gonna get taken out of context, and I know that at this point I can't really stop people from doing
controlled chaos. Then came the turning point. Sources close to the production describe Rachel's behavior as volatile, outbursts during blocking, abrupt exits from rehearsal rooms, and a refusal to take notes from the creative team. One quote, repeated backstage like gospel, "You don't tell me how to be Eva. I am Eva." What began as artistic interpretation soon became insubordination, and the cast, they noticed. Tensions escalated quickly. Performers began documenting incidents. Stagehands reportedly switched shifts to avoid working during her rehearsal times. One insider called her the most exhausting performer I've ever seen walk into a theater. Things came to a head during a rehearsal of A New Argentina. Mid-song, Rachel allegedly halted the scene, threw up her hands and walked off shouting, "This isn't theater, it's a circus." That moment was the spark. The cast had had enough. Within days, a delegation of actors and production staff demanded a meeting with
Zegler, Ziegler. Okay, there's something wrong with this person. She's also known as the star of Snow White and the Disney movie. Hello, Disney! You're gonna have to redo your film again because this woman is a pig and you fired Gina Carano for far less than this nonsense.
Rachel Zegler is reportedly struggling to get hired. Rachel Zegler was supposed to be in Paddington 3, however she was dropped from that movie a few weeks ago, and they said that they dropped her because of the actors' strike. People are speculating that it might be because of another reason, and most likely is because of the Snow White backlash, and studios not wanting to hire her given the fact that it might result in their movie not making a whole lot of money at the box office.
The show's directors. When turned away, they went higher. A letter was delivered, signed by nearly half the company, detailing Rachel's behavior and insisting on immediate action. The ultimatum? It's her or the show. What followed were tense meetings, emergency rehearsals, and frantic calls between producers, Rachel's agency, and PR reps. Rumors of mediation, schedule delays, and even dual casting circulated. But none of it was enough. Rehearsals resumed, without Rachel. A quiet but seismic shift happened. Her understudy was called in. Those who witnessed it described the change as electric. Smooth rehearsals, refreshed energy, a team no longer afraid to collaborate. The new Eva Perón brought none of the ego, only the fire the role demanded. It didn't take long for theater gossip accounts to pick up the story. A TikTok claiming Rachel had been benched garnered millions of views. Twitter hashtags emerged, memes exploded, old clips of Rachel making offhanded or controversial comments were reposed, repackaged, and ridiculed. Supporters defended her, but the overwhelming response was sharp. She forgot the show wasn't about her. The official Evita account quietly deleted old posts. Promo material was scrubbed clean of her image. Inside, sources claimed her name had been removed from internal cast rosters and her dressing room cleared. No official statement came. But in theater, silence speaks louder than any press release. And Rachel? She vanished. No social media posts, no interviews, no explanation for Rachel Zegler. Evita was meant to be a defining moment, a bold departure from Disney princesses and studio roles. It could have silenced her critics, proven her as a legitimate stage actress, and marked the beginning of her next great chapter. Instead, it may be remembered as her greatest misstep. Because theater isn't about celebrity, it's about discipline, teamwork, humility, and when an actor forgets that, when they place their name above the title, it doesn't matter how famous they are. The stage moves on without them. As rehearsals continue and the new lead takes her final bows before opening night, one thing is clear: Rachel Zegler didn't just leave the show, she was left behind.